What's up, everybody? This is Greg, host of the Arc of Wrestling Podcast. We're here doing another episode for you guys. This week we are going to be covering the TNA Sacrifice card because this week is TNA Sacrifice. The SummerSlam for TNA, right? No. Give it that gimmick for right now. Joining us today, we got a very small crew because the rest of them decided not to show up. We got Ryan.
Bitches.
We got Death.
Hello.
And we got Jonesy.
Yo.
Mike ditched us like last minute. Some stupid excuse saying how he had to work in the fucking morning.
Fucking fatty.
Fucking stupid fat ginger. Anyways, he's gonna kill me if he ever listens to this. Probably won't. Anyways, TNA Sacrifice 2014. Couple of you guys been catching up with some TNA as of recently. So I will go over the matches. I'll tell you guys what's been happening, and just go over your predictions. Don't expect too long of a show tonight, but expect some good commentary on these up-and-coming pay-per-views. We'll also talk about the Extreme Rules pay-per-view card, what we learned from Raw tonight, and we'll go over the Wrestling Dontaku card, which is next week's pay-per-view for New Japan. And then we'll end the show on that. So starting off with TNA's Sacrifice card, we got Mr. Anderson versus Samuel Shaw, in which TNA refers to as a committed match. The loser of the match gets committed to an insane asylum because they're fucking weird bastards.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. A couple weeks ago, we saw Mr. Anderson sneak tag Samuel Shaw after Christy Hemme was kind of seducing, kind of distracting Samuel Shaw. Mr. Anderson jumped out of the loony bin truck to attack Samuel Shaw, and which led to this match. Creepy bastard. The running name for Samuel Shaw in TNA right now. The crowds are loving it. I personally love the gimmick alone. I think Samuel Shaw is going to be very good for TNA in the future. So, Mr. Anderson, Samuel Shaw, who's going to the loony bin, guys? Ryan, starting with you.
I couldn't care less, but Anderson.
Anderson? Anderson's going to the loony bin. Oh, no. Sorry. Not Anderson. Samuel Shaw's going to the loony bin, then.
Wait, what?
Because Anderson... Yeah, you're predicting Anderson to win.
No, I'm predicting him to lose. You said he was going to the loony bin.
Oh, okay. Why do you think Anderson's going to the loony bin?
Because you have to expand Sam Shaw's character. You can't just, stop him now. So by logic, I'm working with logic, so I might be wrong here. So by logic, you have to keep him going, and Anderson, for some reason, is just gonna have to do some comedy skits in the insane sound.
I agree with you to that point. I think they do need to give Samuel Shaw a really big win. Anderson came off a big win from Bully Ray not too long ago after their feud, which inevitably led to Bully Ray turning face. So I don't think Mr. Anderson would be hurt too much if he lost this match, especially some time off of TNA TV. He could come back and get pushed into the main event. You don't necessarily need to have him win and spend 5 or 6 months trying to build him up as a main eventer. Death, what do you think?
I'd have to go with Shaw winning this one.
Yeah?
Simply because I have to agree with what you were saying on that one. You could give Anderson some time off, then when he comes back, push him to the main event card. Not simply just kill Shaw's character like that if he loses. So it really wouldn't make sense, in my opinion.
Yeah.
To have him lose that match.
Definitely. Jonesy, what do you think?
I'm thinking Shaw's gonna win.
Yeah, ooh.
Is it a clean sweep?
Yeah, clean freaking sweep right there. Man, I really kind of want to say that Shaw could win as well and Anderson gets sent off, but knowing TNA, they may drop the ball on it, and I'll pick the opposite side. I'm going to go for Anderson. I think TNA wants to build Anderson as a legitimate star, and they're not willing to risk time to take him off TV because they have such a thin roster. So
I just want to see that skit on the next TNA where they go. So you're in here because you lost a wrestling match? That's not how this works.
No, I'm not crazy.
Oh man, they should do some.
And then Dixie gets thrown in. And then everything makes sense.
I would love to see some TNA 365 videos of Anderson and the Looney Bin being like, "I'm not fucking crazy." Anyways, we got Sonata versus Tigre Uno in a singles match. Their last match, match 3 of the best of the 3 series for the TNA X Division Championship. Sonata, who comes from Wrestle 1, who was brought here by the great Muda himself, and Muda essentially wants Sonata to represent Japan in the States like it should be, and Sonata's a fighting champion, and for some reason, he's facing Tigre Uno.
After tagging with Tigre
Uno.
After
tagging with Tigre Uno for like a couple weeks after they debuted. It's fine. They shot an interesting video package to try to turn this into something personal. I didn't buy too much from it. So Sonata versus Tigre Uno. I'm expecting a really good match. Ryan, what do you think?
It's gonna be a good match, and I think, like you said, because he was sent over here by Muda himself, he's gonna win. He's gonna hold the title for a long time. But I like Uno more, but I think Sonata, he's not exactly overly exciting, but Sonata's gonna win.
Yeah, definitely. Kenny King last week. I pretty much said that he was going to challenge the person who wins at Sacrifice. So I could definitely see a Sonata King match. Duff, what do you think?
I can't really give an opinion on this part because it's the X Division I really haven't paid that much attention to, especially with this in particular. But you know, given that all that's everything you've recapped on, I'd have to go with Sonata.
All right. Jonesy?
I'm thinking Sonata.
Sonata's a very strong pick. I'm going with Sonata as well. He's I think he has a couple more months on his contract. He's not expected to stay too long. I want to say it was like a 6-month contract. And obviously once he loses it, he may have a rematch for it, and then he's just going to leave. And maybe Kenny King's the one to take it from him. I think that's possibly the way they're going to go with it. Kurt Angle. Alright guys, so let's talk about the tag match. We got Willow and Kurt Angle versus Ethan Carter and Rockstar Spud. Essentially what's been happening is, for a couple weeks now, Willow has been... Well, actually, Ethan Carter III and Rockstar Spud have been hunting Willow in the woods. And Rockstar Spud got raped by Willow and broke his leg somehow, and Rockstar Spud's been complaining about it for weeks. So when Ethan Carter decides to come out last week to call out Willow and get him into the ring, surprise, surprise, Kurt Angle comes out. Kurt Angle, who's been hurt for a while after Ethan Carter took him out, comes back, wants revenge on Ethan Carter, and makes the match for Sacrifice a tag match. Kurt Angle and Willow versus Ethan Carter III and Rockstar Spud. Doug, what do you think? Who's going to take it?
Purely because Rockstar Spud is in there and his whole thing is he sucks. It's gonna be Willow and Kurt Angle, which I don't want to see happen because both EC3 and Rockstar Spud I think are better than where they are and should be like big time players. But for what it is right now, it's gonna be Willow and Angle.
Okay, Duff.
I'm going to go with the drunk and the guy who's on LSD that's totally not Jeff Hardy.
Alright. Jonesy.
I'm going with the drunk and the cracked out tree.
All right. I'm going for a curveball. I'm going for Ethan Carter the third and Rockstar Spud.
Whoa!
What?
I see Willow getting pinned. Or I see Willow getting just taken out, or somehow I just see Ethan Carter the third and Rockstar Spud coming out, or at least walking out victorious. Because they don't, first of all, they don't want Kurt Angle to lose. He just came back. They want to keep him looking strong. I don't want them to hurt Ethan Carter the third or Rockstar's momentum, and I feel just like a loss against two veteran guys who are just gonna clean sweep them through the match. It's not gonna look good, and they're just gonna go back to complaining. I'd want them to gloat about something, about them getting big wins over Kurt Angle and Willow, not complain because they got ragdolled around the ring.
Because EC3 promos when he's gloating are the best thing ever.
Yeah, they're fucking amazing, because he's just the best character ever.
I
Anyways,
heard Kurt.
going on, James Storm versus Gunner, I Quit match. As you guys know, James Storm and Gunner, they were best friends. They were tag team partners, tag team champions for a while. And when they lost the belts, James Storm turned on Gunner since they couldn't get the belts back, and also Gunner won the briefcase for TNA World Heavyweight Title shot
By stepping over James Storm, which is a heelish move, but apparently not in the eyes of TNA, so whatever.
Yeah. So, anyways, James Storm turns bad guy, goes full devil on Gunner because he looks like a Southern devil. And always wears the button-down red cowboy shirt. Just fucking anything.
There's someone I know he's emulating who was a business manager, but I can't remember his name right now.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. He does look like that guy. Even the mustache, the facial hair, kind of.
I'm looking this up.
Yeah, that guy was pretty cool. Anyways, James Storm looking to stop Gunner in his tracks. Stop his momentum. Who's gonna win? Ryan, starting with you.
And that guy was James Mitchell.
James Mitchell, there we go. That guy.
Yeah, he's like one of the first people I saw in TNA, and that's what kind of got me hooked. But anyway, back to the match. I think I don't know. I don't really care about either of these guys, but it's gonna be Gunner. Just because,
yeah,
military, whatever.
They've humanized Gunner a lot, and I'll give credit to TNA on this. They made me care for Gunner in ways I could have never imagined.
They've had to un-kayfabe him because if he tried to make something up for himself, he could not carry that because he is terrible on the mic.
Oh, yeah. But he has improved. There was a long time when Mike would say on the podcast how much Gunner has improved and how much he's so good, and I wasn't buying it. But he's improved, and I don't think in ways that Mike's pushing it, but
he's improved in the ring. I think he could be better at storytelling and taking his time, but in the ring he's improved. On the mic he still has a long way to go.
Yeah.
To a certain extent.
Dev, who do you think is going to win?
I'm going to go with the even dirtier version of Shawn Michaels, James Storm.
Ooh. Alright. Jonesy.
I'm going with Gunner.
Gunner.
Military, my dad.
I'm going with Gunner's dad.
Suddenly a run-in.
I'm gonna go with Gunner too because from the looks of it, I think we're gonna be getting a beer money reunion, especially from last week because James Storm decided to run in during the Bobby Roode Gunner match, or afterwards, and they teased a reunion between the two. So we may be getting Gunner Bully Ray versus James Storm and Bobby Roode.
Yeah, they seriously need to bring back beer money. There was no reason to ever split those guys up. Those guys are gold.
Yeah.
That was one tag team in TNA that I actually enjoyed.
Hopefully they bring back Tracy Brooks.
You just want boobs in
No,
that.
yeah, I just want more boobs. They need some hotter chicks. When Velvet Sky and Madison Rain and Angelina Love are still being rehashed as the hot chicks in the company.
Angelina Love,
problem.
no one is buying that.
Yeah. And,
God,
and,
she looks so cracked out.
and Madison Rain needs her blonde hair back. She's far more attractive with it. Anyways, on to what we were talking about, Bully Ray versus Bobby Roode in the tables match. So, man, not much to say because I haven't really been paying too close of attention to the storyline. All I know is that this comes from Bully Ray running in during the Control of the Company match. It was Team MVP versus Team Dixie. Bully Ray was
The swerve within a swerve.
yeah, the swerve within a swerve. He was Dixie's what did she call it? Liability?
Liability. Insurance policy.
Insurance policy, there we go. Bully Ray decides to turn on Dixie, giving the win to MVP, and MVP taking over the day-to-day operations. And in this return, Bobby Roode was screwed out of like 10 or 5% of the of control of the company, and so he decides to take out his frustration onto Bully Ray. Tables match: Bully Ray, Bobby Roode. Ryan, starting with you, who's gonna win?
It's really been unclear on who they're pushing in this thing. They've sort of just been equal,
It's been a lot of talking, and it's been a lot of back and forth. And give credit where it's due. This is one match that could probably go either way.
Yeah, I think purely because he just changed, it's gonna be Bully, and that would also help the lead into Beer Money. But it's kind of this is like the one toss up in the whole thing.
Yeah. So you're gonna go with
Bully.
Bully? All right. Dev, what about you?
I'm really. It's confusing a little bit, and I'm kind of split on this one. But I think I'm going to go with Bully. Part of me wants to go with a Roode on this one, but I'm going to go with Bully.
All right. Jonesy?
I'm gonna go with Bully.
Man, yeah. I want to come up with some scenario of Bobby Roode winning this and not hurting Bully Ray too much to where he could get pushed down a notch. But it's a tables match, and it could really fall just one way, unless both of them fell through a table at the same time. But then that'd just be a clusterfuck after that. I'll go with the master of the tables, Bully Ray. It would be sad if Bully Ray lost the tables match.
Devon!
Wait, Devon,
where the fuck are you? Oh wait, that's right. I kicked you out.
Get the
Oh yeah, you're in a school where we teach nothing.
Madison Rain versus Angelina Love. I don't know why this is so high up there. But singles match for the TNA Knockouts Championship. The only way I can go over this match is that Angelina Love returns. She wanted Madison Rain. She wanted the beautiful people to come together, but she treated Madison Rain like shit. And so Velvet Sky decided to turn heel, and so now it's the beautiful people versus Madison Rain, but Angelina is once again screwing Velvet Sky of the top spot. Even though last week Velvet had a title match as well, but that was a really short match. I think that was like a 5-minute street fight. It sucked. So Ryan, starting with you, Madison Rain, Angelina Love.
I started to notice we have a lot of people returning or who just had like a momentum shift or whatever, and Angelina Love is one of them. I don't see why she would be the winner, but once again, my mind is working. Well, she did just come back, but Madison Rain literally just got the championship, so this is a toss-up in another match I really don't give a shit about. but I'll just go Madison Rain.
Okay. And I'll give you a reason of why Angelina Love could win, but we'll go with Death. Death, go first.
Alright, well, first off, when I first started watching TNA and I saw the beautiful people, and then I saw Angelina Love, I was like, so what's beautiful about this chick besides her tits? Because she looks like, cocaine just, like, she got hit in the face with a cocaine brick.
And did she have
Cocaine!
Did she have liposuction like back then? Because it's really noticeable now. That she's
I want to say
anorexic.
that she probably got some work done during her
she got a lot.
time in TNA. I don't remember her looking too bad when she first started out. I kind of actually thought she was quite attractive. But then that slowly changed when she started looking more and more like a skeleton. She looks worse now because she has no meat on her bones. I think if she ate a little bit more, she would look a little mildly attractive.
In all fairness, I think all the meat just went to her lips.
Yeah. She's got Caitlyn lips. Actually, she's got, like, Caitlyn lips
are hot.
in, like, 40 years.
It's like Caitlyn lips are hot. She has balloon lips.
Those are fake lips. If you look, if you go look at her lips from, like, NXT, they're completely different. Like, she had lips, like, even AJ, I think, made a tweet about it when she first got them done. But yeah. But you definitely want Caitlyn lips rather than Angelina lips. Okay, let's stop talking about lips.
Let's talk about the other
We
lips.
have fences.
Death, who's gonna win?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Madison.
Madison?
Yeah.
Jonesy?
I'll go with Madison.
Here's the thing that I would probably give the win to Angelina Love. One, Madison has a child, and I'd imagine that she would probably want some more time at home, but it depends how much she's actually getting paid. But also Brittany. Brittany, people were getting about Brittany, formerly known as Santana Garrett. She was the newest knockout for the Divas division, the Knockouts division in TNA. They also have alpha female. They got rid of Lady Tapa, which was a plus.
Oh God!
But
Oh, God.
I do hope that maybe Angelina Love wins it, just so they could give Brittany a push. I'd be happy with that. Brittany's probably far more entertaining and far more talented than Madison Rain. In that aspect. So yeah, I kind of hope Angelina Love wins.
You hope she wins, so Brittany wins.
Yeah, I want that small transition to happen. I don't want to wait a couple more months for that to happen. Eric Young versus Magnus. Singles match, TNA World Heavyweight Championship. We all know what's happened. Eric Young won it in a surprising victory on some random TNA a couple weeks ago.
Daniel Bryan.
Because Daniel Bryan won, and also they want to promote a show, and so on and so on. A lot of excuses to do this random title change. That's all I can really say. Magnus has kind of been missing since he lost. At least to my recollection. And that's it. That's all their feud's kind of been. It's been more about Dixie and Abyss rather than Magnus. So, Ryan, Eric Young, Magnus, who's going to win?
Of course it's gonna be Eric Young. It's well known they want him to suddenly become a serious champion, and they want him to stay there for a long time. Which, one thing, if you want someone to be a serious champion when he was a comedy act, do what Daniel Bryan did. Actually built him up as a serious guy before he becomes champion. But what the fuck ever. Eric Young's gonna win.
If Samoa... I don't remember what happened to Samoa Joe if those concussion rumors were proven to be true or not. I heard something about him saying that they were false. But I kind of wish he didn't get hurt, or if he did, weren't in trouble or whatever. I wish he was still on my TV, is what I'm saying.
Samoa
Because
Joe is literally the... Samoa Joe is the last bastion of hope for TNA.
Yeah, maybe he could have actually won it if he would have stayed on TV, but he just kind of disappeared, and it just became about Eric Young. Which I'm happy for him to win it, but he won it so randomly, and, like, what's gonna happen to Magnus now if he loses it?
Yeah, because his whole thing was he's a weak champion, and he lived as a weak champion, he died as a weak champion, so
Yeah,
it doesn't help it at all.
You really just hurt a guy who had a lot of potential. Death, what do you think?
Oh, I'm gonna go with Eric Bryan.
Eric Bryan.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You know, Vince must be watching TNA and seeing Eric Young and being like, why isn't he my Daniel Bryan? He has a hunting show. He's everything Daniel Bryan isn't, yet he still looks like Daniel Bryan, just with more muscle mass.
And dirtier.
Yeah.
And with the worst voice somehow.
Oh, yeah. He has like a scruffy ass.
He has like 100 Marlboros in one day kind of voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a good marketing voice.
Yes. Yes.
You know, instead
Yes.
of making Eric Young like Daniel Bryan, they should have made him like Steven Richards.
Irrelevant?
Jobber? Is he gonna create the next Job
Yes.
Squad?
Yes.
Jonesy, did you pick?
I'm gonna go with Eric Young.
Eric Young, alright.
Yeah.
Poor Magnus. There's really no other way this could go. Unless they decide to go the Chris Sabin route of booking and only have him hold it for like a couple weeks. Until
You
they
mean the
realize
retarded way of
until they realize it was a big mistake. But yeah. That's it for our TNA Sacrifice coverage.
Woo, we're so excited.
Yeah.
That was great, guys.
Catch the podcast this Sunday for our coverage of the pay-per-view, if people show up to that, which I hope they
As we
do.
fucking hate it, probably.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I'm otherwise engaged.
Just to run down really quickly, we're not gonna discuss it too much in length, but I want to go over the Wrestling Dontaku and Extreme Rules cards. So really quickly, the dark match for Wrestling Dontaku, which is next week. Bushi, Captain America. Captain America.
Holy shit!
It's happening! Bushi, Captain New Japan, El Desperado, and Mascara Dorada versus Hiroyoshi Tenzan, Kushida, Tiger Mask, and Yohei Komatsu. I don't know where the hell Shelly's been, but I missed the Time Splitters a lot. I wish the Time Splitters would have a feud with the Young Bucks again, because I would die to see that. Speaking of the Young Bucks, Mac Jackson and Nick Jackson versus the Go home, Young Bucks,
Go home.
please.
Party!
Young Bucks versus the Forever Hooligans of Alex Kozlov and Rocky Romero for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. Chaos, Takashi Iizuka and Toru Yano versus Suzuki Gun of Minoru Suzuki and Chilton X Benjamin. Satoshi Kojima versus Wes Briscoe for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, because remember, Kojima is both the NWA World Heavyweight and NWA Tag Team Champion.
God.
The motherfucker is the king of NWA.
And he doesn't even work for them.
Yeah. Manabu Nakanishi and Yuji Nagata versus Mayu Tag of Hiroki Goto and Katsuyori Shibata. That's a regular tag match. Kota Ibushi versus Ryusuke Taguchi for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Tomohiro Ishii versus Tomoaki Hanma for the Never Openweight Championship. Bullet Club Bad Luck Fail, Doc Gallows, Carl Anderson, and Tamatonga versus Justin Liger, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Tetsuya Stardust Retardado, and Togi Makabe. In an 8-man elimination tag match, Daniel Gracie and Rolls Gracie, the Gracie brothers, versus Kazushi Sakuraba and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Go home, Gracies!
Go home, please!
You suck!
Rolls wasn't the one that married Eve, right? It was like Rails or some shit like that. Whatever. Fucking Gracie, go fuck themselves. And
you were good at what you did, but you fucked up when you had kids.
in the main event of tonight, Kazuchika Okada will be going one-on-one against the new Bullet Club leader, AJ Styles.
I am.
For the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. So, we got a pretty interesting card. I'm excited for the Junior Heavyweight Championship match. I want to see what Taguchi and Ibushi can put on. But yeah, and also, just to recap what the current card is for Extreme Rules in less than 2 weeks. I think it's the same day as Wrestling Dontaku, or on like the 4th of May, something like that.
I'm terrible at dates. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Currently booked, we have Triple H, Batista, and Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose. Evolution versus The Shield. Handicap match, which was announced on tonight's Raw. R-Truth and Xavier Woods versus
Oh my good god.
I'm running over my words. Alexander Rusev is a handicap match. Steel cage match, John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. WWE Divas title match, Tamina Snuka versus the champion Paige. WWE Intercontinental title match, we still don't know who's gonna be in the match. We don't know!
Oh, we fucking do it. We can already.
Rob Van Dam or Bad News Barrett will be facing Big E, and the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, Kane versus Daniel Bryan. We will cover this pay-per-view on next week's show. After Raw, so if people show up to that show, we will go over it, and we will talk about it, and it will be a fun, glorious show. And that's it. We're not going to do any news because there's no news this week. I mean, for a couple things.
Not having cancer. Whatever.
Yeah. Congratulations for not having cancer. I don't know. Let's go over Pop Flop and Botches and end the show. Ryan, starting with you.
Top for me, the new Chevelle album. Hold on, it's Spanish, so I have to look at it again.
I can't pronounce it.
Well, fuck you. You're the one who can't pronounce Spanish things, and you're fucking Puerto Rican.
Cuban.
Lara Gargola.
Lara Lagola?
The gargoyle. In whatever.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking badass. Flop. Mike. Botch.
Yeah, fuck Mike. Piece of shit. Hope you
Fucking
listen to this,
fatty.
Mike. I hope you listen this far just to listen to this message of me calling you a piece of shit.
And Botch, I got nothing.
Alright.
Pretty good week so far.
Yeah. Death, what about you?
Alright, pop number 1 goes to Kane tonight for all those tombstones on Daniel Bryan. Pop number
Killing
2 goes... Yes, basically killing him.
And also
Pop-
sneeze, whatever.
Pop 2 goes to live.wrestlingnetwork.net for during the John Cena beatdown at the end of the night. They played CM Punk's music over the stream as if Punk was going to run out. So kudos to them for that. Flop goes to Mike's fat ass in his hover round, and Botch
Go
goes
with
to
my hover
work
round.
Botch goes to work in the morning.
Alright, Jonesy?
Like my pop is for them pushing Barrett. My flop goes to Mike, and my botch goes to Mike. Actually, no. My botch goes to Oksana for wrestling. That match was
I can't believe she got a rematch. It was bullshit.
It wasn't bad, but I'd rather
bad.
see another Alicia Fox match 100 times over.
Yeah, they're just gonna switch because they don't want to expend any of the Total Divas to Paige.
Because they'll all die.
Because Ixana and Alicia Fox are the only diva heels. Emma's a face, the Bellas are faces.
And for some reason, they can't have Tamina do matches right now. For some reason,
Because they don't want to waste a match. That's what. But yeah, but
No,
I would
just
put
make
I would
it
put
fun.
Tamina in a match. Yeah.
I am.
Jimmy, want to do your pop on botch?
Sure, why not? 'Cause I'm just sitting here. My pop is actually making it on time for a podcast, even though it's about to end.
Bullshit.
That's not making it on time.
Hey,
I saw you.
suck it. Oh yeah. My flop goes to Mike, and my botch goes to goes to Duck just 'cause Quack, and that's all.
Quack.
All right. My pop goes to. Man,
Want to send it to that Lana photo I retweeted?
what Lana photo?
I'll send it to you. Someone tweeted this is Lana without her suit, and it's like an early modeling photo, and it's fucking hot as hell.
Oh, I've seen those early modeling photos. I'm gonna give my prop to those early modeling photos of Lana. Cause Jesus Christ, that woman has a goddamn body.
Oh.
Titty master approved. Fucking.
And it has Dean Ambrose's head in between that.
My flop. I have a lot of flops. My first flop goes to this freaking hockey game, which is the Anaheim Ducks versus the Dallas Stars, and the Stars, who finally get their home advantage, are killing the Ducks, in which I hope is not a reoccurring thing during the series, because they do not need this right now. Another flop goes to all the assholes who didn't show up to this podcast. Because fuck them, because they haven't even been showing up the past couple weeks either, so they go fuck themselves.
So you mean like 3/4 of the people in the group?
Mm-hmm. Anyways, my botch goes to AJ leaving. I don't know when she comes back, and I already missed that right pass.
But you have Paige Booty and Paige Face and
Paige
Lana.
is fine, but like her wrestling attire kind of hides.
There is Lana boobs, and those show up really nice. And Lana legs, and those show up also nice.
She needs to show a little bit more cleavage, if you ask me.
Cleavage?
I was about to say cleavage, and I tried correcting myself. Didn't do it. But yeah, Lana needs to show a little bit more skin. Jesus! Okay, fuck a botch. Fuck you to the Stars because they're fucking assholes. They need to stop being fucking pricks in their own hometown. That's my fuck you of the week. Anyways, thank you everybody for joining the Arc of Wrestling podcast. You know where to catch us over on twitter.com/Arc of Wrestling. Go check out arcofwrestling.webs.com. That's our website. We're going to continue updating that for further podcasts that are going to be coming out. Remember to catch us this coming Sunday after TNA Sacrifice, and we'll probably shoot another podcast later on next week to cover the Extreme Rules and Wrestling Dontaku shows.
The whole world. No, just keep going.
And anyways, remember to go check out. Remember, let me talk for a second.
I'm not being loud. Just keep going.
Remember to go check out Senshudo.tv. That is SENSHUDO. Did I write that? SENSHUDO TV. great streamers over there at the home of Arc of Wrestling, and if you like them, New Legacy, and It's Raining Maine. Go check those guys out. They got a ton of great streamers over there. It's a great community. You guys will love it. They just set up some forums. So if you guys want to talk wrestling with the Arc of Wrestling guys, 'cause you probably won't, but if you wanna, go over to Senshudo.tv. Their forums. We have a section in their forums now where you can talk wrestling with us, and we will reply and converse and have fun.
I think we still have like the most stuff on there.
Quietly jerk each other off. Anyways, thank you for joining us for the Arc of Wrestling podcast. Remember to check us out Sunday. We'll also try to issue another podcast, just like I said. So catch you guys later. Bye bye.